who do you like?
I'll take Highland home.
All right, Michael takes Highland home, the Flying Squadron. All right, okay, now Providence at Flomaton. Now, did you go to school with Kenny Keith?
I did not. You know, he graduated in 1980. He played on the state championship.
You graduated when?
88.
You graduated
so I was about 7-8 years behind Kenny.
Yeah.
But Kenny was.
Are you Chris's age, Chris Amos?
Yes, we went kindergarten through high school together. Yes.
Okay.
Lieutenant Colonel
Chris Amos,
Mike.
But yeah, him and our classmates.
Was that nerdy kid with glasses growing up.
Hey, let me tell you, he'll be a general one day. You watch.
Kenny Keith was on the state championship team for Charles Henderson in 1980. Yeah.
All right, he's got Providence playing real good. They're 12-1. Flomaton is 10-3. Hey, I'm staying with Kenny Keith. I don't care about y'all. I'm going to stay with Kenny Keith.
You know, Flomaton may beat them, but I got to pick Providence.
Of course, Providence is located right down the road here. They get a lot of students from our area.
Yeah,
and private school.
And since we're talking about Dothan, let's mention that they're merging the schools.
They're doing it, Mike. It's going to be one school in Dothan. Look out.
It's going to be a 7A.
So it's going to be like a Gaston City merging type deal.
Yes.
Exactly right. They should be loaded.
That'll be great. That'll be great for Enterprise to have another 7A still to play.
And Central Phoenix City, too.
And another thing, too,
those regions will be redone.
Exactly. And
I'm going to take Flomaton. Flomaton really impressed me going on the road, beat Pike County, and Providence lost to Pike County. That's their only loss of the season, so I'll take Flomaton.
Oh, wait a minute. Okay.
Flomaton beats Pike County by a safety.
All right. Who do you like?
I like Providence.
I like Providence, too, and Kenny Keith, so that's who we're rooting for.
Yeah.
Andalusia at UMS Wright. And, of course,
now, is this going to be played down in Mobile?
Yeah, it's going to be played in Mobile.
I got to take UMS.
And UMS is 12-0, undefeated. Now, a lot of people don't realize this.
Terry Curtis has won over 300 games as a coach. He's a big-time coach.
A lot of people don't realize this. You've got UMS Wright. You got St. Paul's.
Now Cottage Hill.
And you got Cottage Hill.
Yep.
You got McGill-Tulane.
McGill-Tulane. Those are four of the best programs. Now, I'm not throwing in Cottage Hill yet, but they're going to be good. But three of the best programs in Alabama situated right next to each other.
Yep.
Can you believe what a hectic place that is when they all play at home?
Man, yeah.
Whew. And, of course, McGill-Tulane's one of the top programs in the state. You're exactly right. And,
Troy's got a really good linebacker from there. The Marshall kid, he was a walk-on at Troy and was a starter at McGill, walked on at Troy, and now has a scholarship. The linebacker, a little bitty guy, number 30.
Yeah, I heard Coach Brown talking about him, and he said the 2 or 3 of the high school coaches called up here and said, hey, nobody wants to offer this kid because he's too small and too short, and he's tackling everybody in every game.
Yeah.
And so
one of the greatest linebackers of all time at Troy went to Viagra High School. Mike, can you name him?
Yeah, Anthony Rabb.
You remember the great Anthony Rabb?
I do.
Now, you know what? They nominated the Hall of Fame folks for the year yesterday.
Yeah, Phil Grice.
And I bet he was not even nominated. He is one of the great football players in the history of Troy football.
Yeah, Phil Grice came by my office to visit.
He had over 130 tackles every season as a linebacker.
Yeah.
Who now?
Philip Grice came. Go ahead, Mike.
Because he's on the committee.
Yeah, he was in town, and Philip came by my office and visited yesterday.
That's right, Mike. Philip Grice is one of your good friends, too.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I've known Philip for a long, long time.
Yeah. All right, I'm taking UMS right. I don't think Andalusia can beat them, especially in Mobile.
Same way.
Who do you like, Mike?
I'll take UMS right. You know, that's a lot of people don't realize when Charles Henderson played for the state championship, I guess that was 5 or 6 years ago because McCoy's been there 5 years now. So
right.
6 years ago, when we beat UMS Wright in Troy, I remember I was
39-38. You remember that game?
I was in the box for you and Alan Jones, and I talked a little bit after the game just how proud I was. And when we beat UMS Wright, I thought we'd won the state championship because I thought we'd beat Aniana. But man, I was definitely wrong.
That wasn't a stunner.
Jacobs shut us down, and you know, Aniana beat Charles Henderson's family in the state championship.
They did. I remember that. No question about it. Of course, who do you like here? Do you like UMS Wright?
Everybody likes UMS, yeah.
Of course, Andalusia not bad, but they're not in UMS Wright's league. I don't believe, not right now. Sutherland at Wetumpka again, another outstanding program at Wetumpka. Who do you like here? deal?
I'll take the Indians at home. I don't know much about Saraland this year. I'll just take the home team. I'll take Wetumpka.
The Indians are 11-2, and of course this team from Saraland must be pretty good. Like I said, to play in that league down there. And
right.
Saraland's quarterback's got a great quarterback that's signed with Stanford.
Okay.
What?
And he's supposed to be the real deal. I'm gonna take Saraland.
That is amazing.
Wow.
And only Mike could come up with something like that. But I'm going to take Wetumpka, home of the Wetumpka Indians.
Well, now, Wetumpka beating Spanish Fort was shocking to me. I didn't think they'd beat Spanish Fort.
Yeah, all right. So you like Saraland over Wetumpka?
Yeah, I'm going to take Saraland.
All right, okay. So we were talking about Viger. You remember every year, Charles Henson, a lot of people said, and they looked, and of course I thought they were well coached for years under Hugh Fountain.
Yep.
But every year Hugh Fountain teams went to the playoffs, they always had to play the Viger or Blunt. You remember that?
Or where did A.J. McCarron play?
McCarron, St. Paul.
Either St. Paul.
One of those
three, yeah.
And all three of them are just loaded to the hilt. Most of them were schools that have just won every year.
Yep.
But did you hear what the former Blunt quarterback did the other night after the game?
Did not.
Did you hear about it, Mike?
Yeah, we talked about it. Damian Craig.
Damian Craig went crazy after the game.
He did.
What happened? He coaches at Texas A&M now. We're talking about former Auburn quarterback Damian Craig was fired by LSU. The head coach fired him when he took the job.
Right.
So after the game, and it was the most unbelievable game of all time.
74-72, yeah. 7 overtimes.
And Damian Craig just started egging everybody on. And one of the other assistant coaches right next to him hit the LSU coach in the chest with his fist. He happened to hit his, he had a monitor on his chest.
Yeah.
Heart monitor.
Yeah.
And like they killed him.
Oh, my gosh.
Well, and it all was spurred on by Damian Craig's just over-exuberance. And this coach from LSU had said, trying to calm him down. And then this other guy comes out of nowhere and hits Cranthorpe. You know the guy named Cranthorpe, Mike? That was the offensive coordinator at LSU and has Parkinson's.
Steve Crackforth.
Yeah, and he has Parsons.
He used to be the head coach of Louisville.
Yeah, and then was a great offensive coordinator. Well, all said and done, there was a fight after the game that a lot of people didn't know about.
I didn't know about it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's Jimbo Fisher's nephew is a student manager named Cole Fisher.
Yeah, that's right.
And he's the one that hit Crackforth because Damian Craig was challenging every single one of the LSU
to fight.
Wow.
And Crackforth was trying to get him off the field, saying you won the game, you won the game. But the worst thing ever happened to Jimbo Fisher's nephew was Kevin Falk.
Whoa.
He was the greatest running back in LSU history and also played
New England.
the New England Patriots for probably 12 years.
Yeah.
I don't know how many Super Bowls he's won. He's the one that got into it with Jimbo's nephew.
Oh, boy.
Gosh.
So
Well,
he picked the wrong one, didn't he?
I will say this, somebody's in trouble.
Yeah.
Somebody's going to lose their job because of
I
this.
didn't even know that.
Yeah. Don't you think, Mike? Somebody, I don't know who it'll be, but somebody's going to lose their job.
Surely somebody's got that on phone video.
Well, yeah, there's a picture of Falk grabbing Jimbo's nephew.
But to have that to happen after such a great football game.
Right.
Boy, what a great football game.
Golly.
Well, I mean, it's just classless on Damian Craig.
You're right.
He has to win the game and just celebrate.
And if I was Fisher, the head coach at A&M, I would be so proud. His program just turned around completely.
Fisher's a good
would
coach.
you want to play A&M right now?
Yeah.
I would not want to play Texas
I wouldn't
A&M.
want to play Texas A&M. I wouldn't want to play Utah.
That's right.
You know, I went to the Alabama Texas A&M game, and man, A&M is the real deal size. I mean, they got some big time physical athletes.
Oh yeah, and they're going to be a great team, no question about it. All right, let's get into the college ranks here. Washington at Utah, and this is a tough one here.
I'll take the Utes. They're as hot as anybody.
Is this for the conference title out
Pac-12.
Yeah, it's going to be in Santa Clara, California. I'm going to take Washington. They already beat Utah 21-7 earlier this year.
I know it, but Utah is playing real good right now.
I'm telling you, they're playing better.
Michael likes Washington, and man, where's this played?
California.
Santa Clara, California, where the 49ers play.
Mutual field. Man, it's going to be a tough one. Who do you like?
I like Utah. I just don't think Washington can beat them twice.
Utah Utes. I'm going to take Washington myself. I'm going to take Washington. You're going to take?
I'm taking Utah.
Okay. Here's one, the craziest game of all, maybe the craziest game of all time is, how would you like to be UAB, having a great year? They go to Middle Tennessee and play in a big football game last week. They lose after that game was real close, the whole ball game. Yeah. But they end up losing 28-6, something like that.
No, they lost 27-3.
27-3, and now they come back, and now the top two teams in that league
for the conference championship,
UAB on one side and Middle Tennessee on the other, go back to Middle Tennessee to play for that championship.
Yeah, they got to go up to Murfreesboro, which used to be a tough place for Troy to go play as well. And I'm going to take Middle Tennessee.
Well, it was a tough place for Troy to play, but if you look at the record, though, Coach Blakeney just owned them. I mean, this guy never had a hard time beating Blakeney.
Yeah,
he owned Stocksville. Troy always struggled Arkansas State. I'm going to take Middle Tennessee. I mean, Tony Franklin's a great offensive mind, and the coach's son, Stockton, is a really good quarterback. I'm going to take the home team here.
Well, the quarterback at UAB is out. Is that right?
No, he's back.
They're saying he's going to play.
Play very well.
All right, I'm going to take UAB to win that game.
I tell you what, everybody's running their mouth about UAB and how great the season is, but if they lose this game, it'll be 3 straight losses, and if they lose their bowl game, they end up maybe having 5 losses.
Yeah, that's right.
They could easily be 9-4 after this weekend. Then lose.
And I like Clark. Clark, but let me tell you, at the same time, he is no miracle man. I mean, he's a football coach.
That program turning around has been unprecedented.
Clark, the coach there, coached at Prattville, and all these disciples of Clark, they're everywhere. He coached at Prattville, won all those state championships.
Was DeBose his offense coordinator at Prattville?
Yes. I think he was. I mean, most everybody you could mention it was a Clark disciple. Mm-hmm. Clark leaves Prattville and goes to South Alabama, and a bunch of guys.
Look around here. You had Chuck Dunn, he was on that staff. You had Brad McCoy. I don't know what Brad coached under Clark, but Chuck was a defensive coach. I mean, it's just amazing how many local guys. Of course, superintendent.
The superintendent of education here in Troy had a lot to do with it. They were real good.
Wasn't he a strength coach?
Yeah, he was the principal. He was the principal.
Talking about
Hicks. Dr. Lee Hicks.
Yeah, exactly right. But and a lot of people say this, that he likes Troy a lot too. Talking about Clark.
Well, I tell you what, if he left Birmingham and all this goodwill and all these people just like
they go crazy, wouldn't they?
Pouring in money to that program right now. I mean, it would be like when the Colts left.
That would be a rival, wouldn't it?
To Baltimore or something like that. I mean, it would be unbelievable.
We saw all these buyouts. I wonder what his buyout is.
Man, it's got to be in the millions.
It wasn't on the list.
I know it wasn't. Was it?
I'll say this: if that happens, that would be one of the more shocking. I mean, because that's a neutral move. I mean, it's not like I'd say UAB and Troy are right on the same level right now.
All right, so you like Middle Tennessee to beat them twice?
I do.
All right, how about you?
Middle Tennessee.
All right, I took UAB. Oklahoma versus Texas, and this would be the best thing that could happen if you were an NCAA tournament committee. Because somebody needs to beat Oklahoma, and somebody needs to beat Ohio State.
Just shoot up in there. They need some relief.
Right. That's right. Just shoot up in there. What do you think?
I like Oklahoma. Texas is the only team to beat them in the regular season, but I like Oklahoma. They'll see the tape and fix their errors and win this game.
Texas is playing good. Now, where's this game going to be played?
I don't know.
In Jerry World in Dallas.
Is it?
Oh, in Dallas. Okay, so that should be I don't know.
It'll be split right down the middle. I'll take Oklahoma, but I think it's going to be a really close game.
I do too. Yeah.
I'm going to pick the upset.
The worst defense I've ever seen in my life. Too.
taking Texas?
I'm going to take Texas. I think they're playing real well right there.
They are.
A lot of people think he's a top 5 coach. Do you think that, Mike?
Tom Herman?
Yeah.
I don't know, man. I like Lincoln Riley as a head coach.
Lincoln Riley? He's just a youngster, Mike.
So is Tom Herman.
Uh-huh.
I'll say this.
He's the skinniest football coach in America, and he used to coach with the fattest football coach in America.
That guy-
Mangini.
Yeah. Well, no, not just Mangini, but what was his name, Mike? The head coach in East
Russell
Carolina?
McNeil, he was the head coach of East Carolina.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Now, the East Carolina job came open yesterday. How would you look at the East Carolina job? Stadium holds 50,000. They're in Conference USA.
And y'all know who built that program, don't you? East Carolina.
Pat Dye.
Pat Dye built that program.
Wayne Bolt was an
They had
All-American,
5,000 students. They had 5,000 students and had a 14,000 seat stadium. Now they have about 20,000 students or more, and they have
Actually,
a
East
50,000
Carolina's
seat
an
stadium.
American conference, so that's a pretty good conference. That's Central Florida and all those others.
Mm-hmm.
I know we're getting carried away here. Who you like?
I mean, would you think Neil Brown would take that job?
I don't.
Or is that
I
a
think
lateral move?
that would be
that would be
close to lateral. Yeah.
All right, who do you like here? Oklahoma, Mike?
Yeah, close game.
Okay. All right, now Lafayette playing at App State. App State evidently got it. Did you watch the Troy game?
Yeah, I think App State's a better team here. I do.
Yeah.
The only thing that might stump App State's toe here is if the rumors of the coach leaving somehow messes up the locker room.
All
I think
right.
App State's the better team.
And I think that the head coach
They've
is
already
leaving.
beat Lafayette.
Yeah.
They've already played.
Yeah, I'm taking App State. But I like rooting for Zach Etheridge, down at La La. But I think App State's a better team. We've already beat them once. Like I said, the only thing right here that might stump them is if the locker room gets messed up with rumors of the coach leaving.
All right, what job is this now that we're looking at?
Louisville. He's the
Louisville.
top candidate at Louisville. Scott Satterfield is.
Yeah, he's a fine young coach, no question about it, and he'd be one of the
Of course,
greatest.
he played at Appalachian State and was alumni. So
Right.
Give me App State to win the game.
I'll take App State. Hey, Neil, I'm curious, since you're on the sideline most games, I mean, I don't know how much you can watch actual quarterback play. Do you think there's any way there'll be any kind of quarterback competition if Caleb Barker comes back full strength against Sawyer Smith?
No, I don't. I think Caleb is leaps and bounds better.
Oh, I do too. And
I do too.
Let me say this. If Caleb was well, we might have gone undefeated. I mean, he's a game breaker.
We got blown out by Boise, so you can't say that.
Yeah, well, that's right. But he's a game breaker that can throw it and run it, and he's great. I think second or third fastest man on the team playing that quarterback.
Yeah, he's in Neil Armstrong's eyes from right on the sideline. He's better than Sawyer Smith.
All right, you on the sideline. Do you know when he got hit? He was they didn't throw a flag. They hit him on the sideline. Did you see that?
I did not see it.
He
but I
was just
there.
walking back to
Yeah.
and he was out of bounds, and the guy comes and hits him.
Yeah, but they think that was a lingering injury.
Yeah.
And that just re-aggravated
Really?
it and went ahead and finished the deal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I tell you, that was a shame, and I hope
I
he
tell you what, he had
that.
only rushed for 130 yards and thrown for 130 yards in the first quarter in that game. I mean, he was
in the
lights
first
out.
quarter, and he rushed for almost 100 in the first quarter too.
Yep.
So he had almost 300 yards in offense in the first quarter. Did you realize that, Mike?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it was unbelievable. I mean, he was playing the best football, Neil Brown said, of any quarterback since he had been there.
Yeah, I got a neat little story about Caleb Barker and his recruiting. If y'all got a
I'd
second.
love to hear from him. I know
Talking
he came
to,
out of a little bitty town called Priceville.
Up above Birmingham, and Vic Koenig recruited him. And when he came back and said, "I got a guy, this guy at Priceville, Caleb Barker, we need to offer him," and Neil Brown said, "No, we're going to do we're going to offer Gunnar Watson and this other. You got to have a junior college transfer. This that. And other. We got enough quarterbacks, And Coach Koenig said, "No, we really need to offer this kid. He's really, I think he's the real deal. This kind." And Neil Brown told him, "No, we got enough quarterbacks. This guy's not a he's not going to be able to beat out these quarterbacks. We're signing enough quarterbacks already." And Vic Koenig came back the next day and said, "Coach Brown, I'm going to sign this guy as a free safety. That's how good he is." And Neil Brown said, well, if you want to take up one of your defensive spots with a quarterback from Priceville, and that's up to you, because he was also recruited as a great athlete.
And also he had been injured his senior year. And
Right.
nobody knew about it.
Right.
Yeah.
And Coding signed him as an athlete/free safety.
Yeah.
And when he got to campus, they talked Neil Brown into letting him run with the quarterbacks a little bit. And now look.
Yeah, exactly.
Best quarterback on campus.
Exactly. Now, another thing we've got, and of course we're into everything this morning. We still got plenty of time.
Yeah, that's a neat little story about the recruiting.
That sure was. Real recording. And I was a big fan of his from the word go. But, Mike, tell him your story about him.
Well, Bobby Rhodes, Rick Rhodes, of course, who won the national championship in '87. Bobby Rhodes was coaching at DAR up in North Alabama on Grant Mountain. And they played Priceville, and Rick Rhodes was actually Bobby's defensive coordinator.
Okay.
In high school, and if anybody was wondering what DAR is, it's the Daughters of the American Revolution.
It's up on top of the mountain there. Yeah.
Up on a mountain. But he went up against him, and they beat him. Actually, DAR beat him, but him and his dad both said after the game that he was the best quarterback they've seen in high school football since Tyler Watts. And, Rick Rhodes coached Tyler Watts.
And, he was a great high school player, Tyler Watts was.
Yeah, Tyler Watts was one of the top quarterbacks in the country in high school. But, he told me a long time ago how good Caleb Barker was.
He was just that kind of sleeper.
Right,
And Troy was lucky to get him.
Yeah.
And then they found out he's the third fastest guy on the team. He could fly, We're going to take a short break.
The quarterbacks Troy had, though, they had Barker, Rigsby, the great quarterback out of Elba, and they had Sawyer Smith out of Pensacola.
All right, now name another one that's playing out west, Mike.
Yeah, they had Gardner Minshew.
Yeah,
not in that class, though.
Oh, he wasn't in that class.
No, he was with Brandon Silvers.
All right, so the quarterback.
Minshew came out of junior college.
Minshew, the guy we're talking about, is the quarterback at Washington State. Considered the best quarterback in the country right now. Over 5,000 yards he's thrown for. Is that right?
Around 4,000.
4,000 he's already thrown for. Was at one time, I remember the Troy State.
Yeah, he left Troy after spring training because the coaches gave him the body language and the signals that he was not going to beat out Brandon Silvers.
Yeah,
And he wasn't. He wasn't going to beat him out.
Yeah, that's right.
Brandon Silvers
ended up bringing a great talent, though.
The Lions Football League started in Birmingham in February. It's like a new, trying to be a pro football league.
And Brandon's going to play for Memphis, isn't he?
Brandon's going to play for the Memphis team.
Yeah.
Well, I'm proud for him. Of course, we're going to take a short break. We'll be right back with more of Today in L.A. and our Pike County Forward's Picks of the Week.
Tori Dunn from Dixie Trails. You get your truck washed here?
I sure did.
Really done. I know you're not bringing them cow trucks over here.
I do, and they're like me when I leave.
Loretta, what are you doing?
Getting my car detailed.
At Trojan Detail, we do it all.
Are you girls ready?
We've been ready. Let's do this party. Shh, it's supposed to be pride.
History happens here. The 5th annual Raycom Media Camellia Bowl is back. Get your game day tickets now with ticket packages starting at just $20. Get the ultimate tailgate experience, then enjoy the luxury of the Guardian ESPN Zone. Or see the game unfold from the sidelines at the Wind Creek Hospitality Field Suite. Get your tickets now at CameliaBowl.com. The Raycom Media Camellia Bowl kickoff is at 4:30 p.m. December 15th at Crampton Bowl in Montgomery. History happens here.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands,
one nation under God, indivisible,
with liberty and justice for all.
Here at Town & Country, we are proud to be an American.
We've had you covered on the inside since 2005, and with our addition of Southern Grill and Patio, we now have you covered on the outside. Come see our great selection, where we make sure grilling and relaxing go hand in hand.
What they've done. Back to our show, ladies and gentlemen. Of course, we appreciate our friends at Little Caesars. That's the most reasonably priced, best pizza in America right there. And of course, it's hot and ready. And boy, during football season when we'd have our coaches show, I'd go over there and it was always ready to pick up and go with it.
That's right, Mike. While we're talking about Troy University quarterbacks, we got to mention Randall and Bridget Free's son from Brantley that signed with Vanderbilt.
His mama and his daddy.
Oh, yes. Yes, and they signed with Vanderbilt out of Brantley and transferred to junior college in Mississippi. And from what we know, he is a verbal commit to the Troy Trojans.
Yeah.
And if Troy can get that, I think he's 6'5" and got a big right arm. And hey, the more quarterback numbers you got, the more to choose from. And I think he is the real deal. If Jacob Free ends up signing with Troy, that'll be a huge get for the Troy Trojans.
He's about 6'4", 6'5". He's a perfect look for a quarterback. Now, you know, if they look like you know, they said that you look like Tarzan, but you play like James. But no, this kid's having a phenomenal year in junior college ranks. So that kid hopefully will be in Troy's camp maybe by the spring.
Yes, sir.
Hopefully.
I hope so.
Okay, let's get going.
But who will the coach be?
Well,
nobody knows.
That may hinge on his decision. You know, he's only verbal.
That's right.
You
He
know,
might go with the coach. You're right. Okay, let's look at it here. Fresno State at Boise. This is going to be a heck of a game right here, Mike.
Boise's already beat them once. I'll take Boise again.
They're going to play on the blue field.
Well,
It ought to be
I'd come after Brian Harsin as the head coach in Harvard.
He is a good coach. He is a good coach.
I picked Fresno the first time they played at Boise and I lost, and I'm going to take Boise to beat them this time.
You know, it ought to be against the law that they have to play at Boise on that blue field.
Turf.
I mean, Boise just, like last week.
Boy,
Mike,
what an incredible marketing issue that has turned out to be for Boise State over the years.
Oh, yeah.
I wonder, did they even consider the marketing they were going to get out of that field when they chose that?
I know it. And everybody.
Eastern Washington plays on the red turf.
I mean, but they ain't got the notoriety. I mean, you got they nicknamed it. They nicknamed it Smurf Turf.
Yeah.
And you could be in Alaska and mention the blue field to an Alaskan Eskimo, and they'd say, "Oh, that's in Boise."
Exactly.
I mean, that's huge.
In fact, ladies and gentlemen, the NCAA team with what's the guy's name on ESPN, the head
Herb
group.
Street.
Yeah, they said they were picking games Saturday, and they said, "Well, I know Utah State's awfully good, but they're playing on the blue field. I'll take Boise." And then the red field is
Washington.
What is Washington Division I AA?
Eastern Washington.
No, Eastern Washington.
Yeah. Boy, I don't like that at all.
Doesn't Coastal Carolina play on a teal field?
Yeah, a teal field. Yeah,
I mean,
Coastal Carolina.
other universities have tried that color thing, but you know, Boise was the first to do it, and man, what a marketing stunt it ended up being.
No question about
it. I'm not so sure.
It came out in 2 years. Troy will have the option of maybe playing in the Myrtle Beach Bowl. The Sun Belt has to tie in there.
Well, Johnny Williams has got it going on with the bowls, don't he?
No question about it.
And I'm working the. I'm gonna work the sideline at the Camellia Bowl.
That'd
Looking forward to that. Yeah.
Oh yeah, I'll be up there a lot for that. Of course, that game's on the 15th.
Saturday the 15th at 4:30.
And the guess is that it could be Georgia Southern coming in there. Just could be. I don't know, but we'll all know about exactly who's going where. You know, there's just a real good rumor Troy's going to Mobile. So
Dollar General,
which will be a week later. So.
But don't count out Orlando.
Oh, really? Okay. I'm just going by
I know.
Which I'd love to go to Orlando. I really would. Okay. Pittsburgh at Clemson. They don't have a chance. Take Clemson.
Pittsburgh's fallen on tough times the last couple of weeks. I'll take the Tigers.
Yeah, this is a joke of a game. What is it, 28 points?
Although, can they stir up ghosts of past? Pittsburgh had no shot against them 2 years ago and somehow upset them.
Was that them or Syracuse?
Yeah, they kicked about a 48-yard field goal to win the game.
Yeah, all right, okay.
So,
all right.
Hey, you know, and Pittsburgh didn't have a chance that year.
That's right.
I don't know. I'll take Clemson.
Northwestern at Ohio State, no chance there.
I think Ohio State is running on big time, go get them juice after killing Michigan. I think they are running red hot after that Michigan game. You got to take Ohio State.
All right, now
how about Akron beat Northwestern? So that tells you how good Northwestern is. I'll take Ohio State.
East Carolina and North Carolina State. This was a game that was canceled earlier.
It's a makeup.
And of course, money. They would have lost a ton of money.
Yes, sir.
If they had to
I'll take the Wolfpack easily.
I will too.
Yeah, I mean, East Carolina fired the coach. I'll take NC State.
All right, Buffalo at Northern Illinois, and everybody's talking about this.
That game's tonight, and Washington and Utah's tonight.
Oh, okay. I'm glad you told us. Yeah, they got a quarterback at Buffalo, 6'7", that the pros love him.
Yeah, I'll take
cannon for an arm. I'm gonna take Buffalo. They're
I'll take Buffalo as well. I saw them a couple times because they played on Tuesday.
I'm gonna take Buffalo.
Yeah, I wouldn't. Any other way, I wouldn't know anything about Buffalo. But several times this year they played on Tuesday and Thursday night, and when it's the only game on, that's what I'm gonna watch.
Exactly.
So I've seen Buffalo.
The best defense player in the NFL came from Buffalo, Khalil Mack.
That's right. He played for
and
Chicago.
He is real good.
He's tearing it up for Chicago.
No question.
But
I tell you who else is tearing it up for Chicago is Eddie Jackson, who played at Alabama. He gets an interception about every game.
Yeah.
And I'll tell you who else. That daggum running back from UAB. That transferred.
Howard.
Transferred out when they killed the football program.
That's right. I remember that.
Gosh, he can run the ball for Chicago.
I mean, it's one of the craziest stories ever. The guy rushes for 1,800 yards. I think he ran for about 190 against Troy when UAB just blew out Troy that year. And the guy could have gone anywhere in the country. Nobody in the state offers him. He ends up in Indiana.
That's right. I remember
Indiana.
That. Yeah. Okay, Marshall at Virginia Tech.
Kenny Eddingfield said this, and I'll never forget this. He said, we recruited him to go to Troy because he played at Gardendale, and he said we ended up getting Chubb instead. And he said Chubb's better than Howard, and he was definitely wrong on that. Howard is one of the top backs in the NFL, and Chubb's on the practice squad.
I think they were both really good collegiate players, but Howard is a better athlete and a pro. You're right.
All right, we're moving on down the road. Of course, brought to you by Dixieland Dental, located 9 miles north of Dothan on Highway 231. Dr. Michael Precise, Dr. John Street, Dr. Damon Street, and Dr. Robert Precise make up one of the largest dental clinics in Alabama. Okay, Marshall at Virginia Tech. You don't know which team's going to wake up for this one. What do you think?
Well, I mean, Virginia Tech's trying to get to a bowl game. I'm going to take Virginia Tech.
I'll take the Hokies as well.
Didn't they lose their quarterback?
Yeah, but they found a way to beat Virginia last week.
Yeah.
All right, if this was played on Halloween night, I know exactly who I'd take. Isn't it amazing how some teams get known for something? You know?
Marshall's already in the bowl game.
Yeah.
Akron, your favorite coach, Mike, playing at South Carolina.
South Carolina big.
Yeah, Akron just beat Northwestern. They're kind of on a high, but I'll take Muschamp.
You know, let me tell you this: don't ever think that Bowden can't coach.
He can. Yeah.
He gave Troy fits.
Yeah.
How did he act on the sideline?
He was under control.
The reason I'm saying that, ladies and gentlemen, he carries the chain.
No, well, I don't carry the chain. I'm the official's statistician.
All right, statistician. You keep it over. Why don't Troy get the lighted down marker? I mean, don't you like it?
I do.
You've been doing it all those years.
I do, but the SEC, that was a conference deal.
Yeah.
That's not one stadium deal.
Yeah.
The SEC mandated that all the SEC home stadiums have a digital down box. And all the SEC stadiums have it, and I think it's great. I think other conferences are fixing to start adopting it. So look forward to Troy having one.
It's one of the best.
We got 5 minutes.
It's one of the best.
I'm gonna tell you,
it's been one of the best inventions out there.
The Sun Belt officiating crew has an alliance with the SEC officiating crew, and Steve Shaw hand-picks officials from the Sun Belt to move up to the SEC. And so look for the Sun Belt to follow suit on those electronic boards.
All right,
it won't be long.
Good. Stanford at California. And,
it's a makeup, isn't it?
Mike, what do you think about this game?
Yeah, it's a makeup for the Wildfires. California's had a really good year, but I'm going to take Stanford.
Me too.
Is the running back at Stanford?
Love.
Yeah, Bryce Love.
Is he back?
No, he's still injured.
You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to take Cal. I think the game means more to Cal. Me takes Cal. No, that's Mike. Excuse me. You take Stanford.
I'm taking Stanford as well.
I'm going to take Cal.
Yeah, I'm taking Stanford.
Let's go to UCF versus Memphis. This is a real bona fide chance for somebody to beat them.
The streak comes to an end.
Do you think it does?
Memphis Tigers win the game.
All right. I had that same feeling yesterday when I looked at it.
Yep.
I'm going to take it again. I'm going to take Memphis.
Yep.
I tell you what, that backup that came in for UCF looked pretty good. This is going to be in Orlando. I'm going to take UCF. I can't go against them.
All right. Mike takes UCF. And now the big one. Alabama, the Crimson Tide of Alabama. Get ready for the kickoff. It's the conference championship. That's right. I know it. If I can get it working.
The Crimson Tide is going to win the game.
The Crimson Tide of Alabama. Mike, help me with this now. Is this a CBS game or ESPN game?
CBS.
CBS game. It is a, well, are you sure? This is a Dr. Pepper game, the SEC championship.
CBS.
CBS, and of course, from the, what's the name of that stadium over there? Mercedes Stadium in downtown Atlanta. It's the Crimson Tide of Alabama against the Georgia Bulldogs. 3 o'clock kickoff, is that right?
Yep.
3 o'clock kickoff, and it should be one of the great games. Do you think Georgia stands a chance, Neil?
I do. I know we only got a few minutes, but I'm giving you my thoughts on this.
We're in good shape. Go ahead.
Sporting teams get into tentatives, or they start acting like themselves over and over and over. Even in girls softball, men's basketball, you got soccer teams, and football is one of them. Teams take on an identity, and they start repeating themselves. Well, Alabama, over the last several games, has had an identity of coming out of the locker room slow.
Yeah.
First and second quarter, for whatever reason, I don't know, it's just their identity here lately.
Yeah.
You know, hey, they're not super duper focused coming out in the first and second quarter. You got a Citadel 10-10 at halftime.
Yeah.
You got Auburn down by 3. Auburn had the momentum and sat on the ball for some reason.
Yeah.
But Auburn down by 3 at halftime. And there was somebody else Alabama played where they just didn't look good in the first half. And then they go in the locker room and they take their tongue lashing from Saban. And after they get their tongue lashing from Saban and their offensive and defensive coordinators, they come out and they are the much better team in the third and fourth quarter, and they've been able to just pull away from everybody. Now, here's my theory. If they act like themselves and struggle in the first and second quarter, and they go in the locker room and come back out in the third quarter, what if you got crazy fumbles?
Yeah, I know.
What if you got a block kick?
That's right.
What if you got some
you could be in trouble.
A wide receiver accidentally slips a ball up into the air and a crazy interception, pick 6?
Yeah.
What if the crazy football stuff starts happening in the third and fourth quarter?
That's right.
I think that's the only way Georgia beats them.
I'm going to take Alabama.
Me too.
You got Alabama, Mike?
Yeah, I mean, I think it's going to be a close game. I feel like, this will be the closest game. Alabama, of course, is the closest score so far this season has been 23 points.
I think what I just
Georgia's biggest games ever.
I like Georgia's running backs. I like Swift. I like Holyfield. I think Fromm's a good decision maker. I think you'll see Justin Fields come in and play in some wildcat situations.
Down on the goal line,
quarterback. But at the end of the day, you're going to have to score with Alabama, and I don't know if Georgia can score enough with Alabama. I mean, you're going to have to be in the 40s.
I like Alabama.
To beat Alabama. I'm going to take Alabama.
It'll be a great game.
I'm not saying the recipe that I was describing is going to happen.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm just saying that is a recipe for disaster.
No question about it. Hope you enjoy your weekend. It's going to be a great game. How about them Crimson Tide of Alabama going to make the Final Four? All right, now, Georgia loses. Who's going to be in there, Oklahoma or Ohio State?
Oklahoma.
Depends on the outcome of the Ohio State game with Northwestern and also the Oklahoma-Texas game. We got to wait.
That's right. You got to wait.
You know what? If I was a betting man, I would take Ohio State in every single point because they're going to try to put about 80 on Northwestern.
They got to show out, don't they? They got to show out.
So it's going to be a great weekend. Hope you enjoyed. We appreciate you watching our show. Brought to you by Premier Dodge Chrysler Jeep on the Bypass. Ladies and gentlemen, have a great weekend and roll time.
See you at the parade.